You killed my father. Prepare to die.
To work. 400?
It was at this moment that he knew.
Busted.
I do not leave survivors.
Oh, you don't leave survivors, do you? Well, look who just survived. Oh, sculptures are. No, you whore. Oh my god.
I have no words to excuse my failure, Your Grace. I underestimated the Wolfort army. It will not happen again.
Indeed, it will not. I will accept no apology for your incompetence, save victory. The Wolforts may have gotten the better of us this time, but it came at a cost. We must strike again before they can regroup. Rest yourself, Laura. I will have need of you yet, and soon.
I shall not disappoint you again, Your Grace. You have my word.
And you will keep it. Nothing and no one will stand in my way.
Watch your back, Evora. That man assassinated his own cousin. You're next. You lose one more time, you're next. If you lose to us again, I'll kidnap you and recruit you, because otherwise you're just gonna die, because Gustaf's a bitch. A murdering, assassinating, lying little bitch. Yeah, how about that, Telliore? You didn't come, you didn't help, I did it. I did it all on my own, because you stink. Because you're trash. Silvio. You could have come help, and then I would have been so much less stressed.
House Wolfort triumphed?
Yes, my lord. The Archduke's army has already withdrawn to the Crown City. That said, it would seem the Wolfort army suffered significant casualties.
That is true. Half my people got knocked out of the battle. It was pretty tough.
Did it now? It is not as if I entirely failed to consider the possibility of an Esfrasi defeat.
It's just that you're cynical, you're pessimistic, which, like, in a wartime, I understand being cynical, but also, you could have helped me, you jerk. You asshole.
And yet, it is hardly an ideal development. Whatever are we to do now?
What? You wanted them to win? For what? Oh my god.
Wolfort may have won the battle, but can they win the war?
I don't know, maybe if you helped, maybe if you did something, if you got off your ass, you stopped pondering life at your freaking... Where are you? At your waterfall.
My lord. Ready a bird. I have a missive that needs sending.
To who? To who?
As you command.
To who? No, to who? Who is he sending it to? I don't trust him. Landroy, I don't have a grudge against you, even though you didn't make it. You could have come. I know you were planning to, but you could have been faster.
I bring good news, my lord. Esfrost army marched on Castle Wolfort in an attempt to seize the prince, but they were roundly defeated by House Wolfort's forces and retreat to the Crown City as we speak. Joyous tidings indeed. I knew the Wolforts wouldn't let us down. I'm also pleased to report that Prince Roland is unscathed.
It would seem young Serenoa is more than capable of carrying on Lord Seymour's legacy. Triumph as they did, they still suffered considerable casualties in the battle. It is more than likely that Esfrost is already preparing for a second attack.
Landroy, please come help.
Very well. Take stock of our own forces and determine how many men we can send to House Wolfort's aid while retaining enough for our own protection.
Yes, I like those words.
Yes, my lord. It's time to take a stand. If the three high houses come together as one, I am certain we will prevail.
All three of them? I don't know. House Telliore looking sus. How about you, sand people? How are you taking the news of my victory?
To be quite frank, I underestimated House Wolfort's strength.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did.
To think they were capable of driving off the Esfrosti army forces like that.
All it takes is some heart, some determination, and 4 hours. 4 non-consecutive, well, 3 consecutive, well, Actually, I don't know how many hours it was. I don't remember when I started recording. It was a lot. It is a lot of effort. It is a lot of effort. And I let a lot of people go. I let a lot of people suffer. In exchange for victory.
I suspect the outcome came as a surprise to the Archduke as well.
Now that I know that I could do stuff like that, anytime there's a can I save people or can I not do as much damage, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, just like I decided to keep rolling.
And yet, something tells me Wolfort's victory is more than a fluke.
But I shall keep that in mind.
Still, this development is to our advantage. This will only make it easier to carry out our plans.
And what plan is that?
Just so, Your Excellency. Everything is proceeding as you anticipated.
Yes,
Oh.
we shall have our way. It is but a matter of time.
I did not like that. I did not like that. Yes, I really did not. You could have said that, not like that. I didn't like. Oh, go. I did not like that. I did not like that. Are the children okay? Will they let me see the children?
I shall see to the wounded.
Yeah, do that, Gila.
I will help as well. My hawk can assist with clearing the rubble.
My thanks to you both. Your aid is most welcome.
I am ready.
Go safely, Anna, and give my best to the others. We take a risk in entreating a powerful nation for aid. I need you to determine to what extent we can rely on them, if at all.
Leave it to me.
I've sent Anna to the holy state of Hyzet. Our alliance may not be what it once was, but we must seek help wherever it may be found.
Too bad I didn't go there. I went to Esfrost. But then again, yeah, I still don't know. Well, I got Rudolph. I like Rudolph.
In a perfect world, we would be able to count on the cooperation of our neighbors here.
Indeed, unity within Glenbrook is of the utmost priority, especially now that we've ensured Prince Roland's safety. And yet, we cannot count on houses Telliore and Falks to act in our best interests. We must prepare ourselves for every contingency.
You are right as always, Benedict. We've taken the first step down our chosen path, but there is no telling what awaits us.
Tough.
Do you have a moment, Your Highness?
Oh, it's you. As silly as it may sound, I've never truly understood what it meant to be royalty. Does my life carry more weight simply because of the blood in my veins? So much so that the lives of others must be sacrificed in my name?
You need not worry about that, Roland.
Lord Wolford speaks true. The scales of conviction guided us, but this decision was ours. We have chosen to walk this path with you.
I was born the second prince. No one expected great things of me. And yet, simply because I had the good luck to survive, my very existence now necessitates all these sacrifices.
If I may be so bold, it was not luck, Your Highness. We protected you.
I know this, of course. That's what makes this so hard. You all fought and continue to fight for me. And I could scarcely take care of myself. I need to become stronger. I must. For my own sake, and for yours.
It's okay, Roland. It's okay.
House Wolford prevails against General Avlora's army and drives them out of Glenbrook. Though victorious, Roland sobs quietly, saddened by the sacrifices made in his name. Glenbrook is powerless, but knows they must keep the royal bloodline alive. Thus, the conspiracies and power struggles around the noble blood in Roland's veins continue to stain the land crimson.
Conspiracies? Meaning what? Is it just... It is just there. Okay, what do you want? Oh, the Hierophant. I don't even know what you look like. Who are you?
So it appears the Duchy intends to capture Glenbrook. But Prince Roland slipped from their grasp and fled to Wolford.
The ink on the treaty is barely dried, and they're already declaring war.
And what's more, there's a price on Prince Roland's head. It has spurred the masses into movement.
They will bear their fangs at us in time. We cannot leave them to their own devices.
I see this as a wonderful opportunity. We can make it clear how we stand after the Salt Iron War.
Aye, and I much prefer to extinguish embers than a raging inferno. It sounds like you intend to start a war. Calm yourselves. There is no need to get so worked up over this. It is true that this grave matter may one day affect Tyzant. But it is in times like these that we must trust the Hierophant's words more than ever.
I don't get to know who they are? Come on, who's the Hierophant? What do they look like? Come on, tell me all your secrets. An unexpected visitor, you say? Oh, like who?
Father, please open your eyes. There is so much I wish to ask you.
Lord Serenoa.
I cannot let Father hear how weak I've become. I must be strong. Lord Serenoa, Master Benedict, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
Lord Silvio Telliore. He wishes for an audience with Lord Serenoa.
Oh, really? Does he? Does he now? Silvio Telliore does. Okay.
What business would the Lord of House Telliore have with me? Tell him we will be there shortly. Yes, sir.
Every day is busier than the last.
We haven't had a moment to catch our breath.
You are doing a fine job as head of House Wolford, Lord Serenoa.
Oh, thank you, Benedict. Honestly, some days I'm not so sure.
Your father would be proud if he could see you now.
I could not do it without you, Benedict. Thank you.
I swear to God, if there's a subplot where Benedict stabs us in the back, I will lose my mind. I will. I will lose it. No, not a difficult decision. Not another one. No.
In short, you wish for the three high houses to join hands and fight the Duchy. Is that correct, Lord Silvio?
Indeed. I believe it our duty to fight. Some are frozen in fear, trembling at the mere thought of the Duchess' power.
The thing is, Silvio, I don't trust you. What if we get there and you just turn on us?
I feel that joining the three high houses under a single flag is the only way to unite them.
Give me collateral. Prove that you're... prove that we're on the same side.
My men ready themselves for war as we speak. Come to Telliore, and we can strike at Essos together.
Come to Telliore? Give me your firstborn born child here, and then I'll go to Telliore.
Prince Roland will be safe with us, of course.
Because that means he didn't send the bird to us. He sent the bird somewhere else and then came here.
It's as good a plan as any. You have my thanks for getting the preparations underway.
I don't like this.
I wonder if Lord Landroy would agree. I doubt House Fawkes would refuse a fight. Their devotion to the crown knows no bounds.
But of course, they reaped great rewards from the bountiful land won during the war. You propose reuniting the three high houses who led the Salt Iron War to its end. It is heartening to know you would once again lend us your strength.
Is it? Is it heartening?
We certainly could use all the help we can get, though I wish we could resolve matters peacefully.
You speak as though your brothers are at fault for all this.
Hey, leave my wife alone.
My bride-to-be bears no blame for the Duchy's actions.
The what? I don't know. Serenoa and I are on the same mindset. Serenoa is me.
My apologies. Forgive me for my outburst. But we haven't much time. We have your answer now.
Now? Bitch, ouch.
Shall we accept Lord Silvio's proposal, my lord?
Fetch the scales, Benedict. We shall decide our path together.
I don't trust him. I don't. I really don't. Frederica, you want because you want peace.
What do you need?
Yeah, I really don't trust him.
Lord Serenoa.
Hewitt, you're right. Hewitt and I, we're on the same page. Roland?
Serenoa.
Lord Serenoa.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
Yes, sir.
I didn't think about that.
Here's what I think.
Who did he send his bird to? I guess. Okay, let's think about this. So even if he did mean to turn us over to the duchy, would he do that immediately? I guess we could just... I mean, it'd just be a fight. I can do a fight. Nobody is ever in here. Whose house is this? Oh, cloak. Decreases damage when getting hit from behind. Who often gets hit from behind? I think I let Roland get hit from behind a lot. Priority is do not get hit in the back. Oh my god, I just said don't get hit in the back! I always let this man get hit in the back. I let Eridor get hit in the back a lot too, but he already has the steel back thing. Oh, I'm so glad this kid's okay. You're welcome, kiddo. I did my best. Cat? It's just what I need. Ooh. Oh my god, I need those. I used up so many items in that battle. See, okay, so the thing is, I really did not think that I would win the last battle. So I kind of just went crazy with items and everything, and now I'm broke. Mentally, not like item broke. Oh my god, I can just imagine what their sad dialogue would be. Little girl, I lost my favorite toy by the bed. No, I wouldn't have been able to have... I might have gotten to this point, and then I've gone back to try to do the battle again without burning everything. Because of the guilt. What up? Hey, wait a minute, you're not the guy who normally stands here. Hello. The thing is that I just don't know what I want to do here. I really do. On one hand, I guess, like, what is there to lose from joining? Well, I know there's definitely stuff to lose from joining him, because if he tries to turn us over to the duchy, then we're screwed. But on the other hand, if he's not, well, no, I don't think he's genuine. But if he isn't genuine, what do we gain from that? We could, I guess we would get the chance to fight him and then not have to worry about it anymore, in theory. Oh my god, why am I getting asked a question about divorce right now? Yeah, and forcing them together, if they're still just gonna hate each other and fight, is harder on the child than them separating. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. Yeah, I don't even... My dad's in a coma. No family is perfect. Hello, Saltmonger. Oh, your family lives in Telliore. Yeah, come to Wolford. Yeah. I don't know what I want. In the last decision, I felt very strongly. I wanted... This one, I really... I have no concept of what might... Like, I don't know... I have no idea where this is gonna go. With Roland, I was like, Gustav's gonna take Roland, and I don't trust Gustav, so that was like an easy no. This one, I'm like... Ugh. See, and why are we leaving? I don't like that we're leaving. I don't like that we're leaving at all. I wanted to, what if I just leave it and let friggin' Benedict be the deciding vote?
2 very boring minutes later.
I guess, like, being betrayed would be interesting story-wise.
Lord
Okay.
Serenoa.
I'm good. Let's accept the proposal. Even though I'm not sure. Nothing swayed me. This is such a lame... Okay. Yes, I do. I don't trust that bitch for 1 second.
And?
His house's might? It's not... No, his... Why does that... wasn't the might information that they don't have much of it?
Ah.
Okay. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. It probably, but not on the battlefield. I feel like they could give us lift the people's spirits.
I see.
Yeah, I am. Don't say that to her. Oh, that is true.
I see.
I'm being moved by my own words. I didn't even... Though I think he was already swayed, even without them, their influence.
What do you need?
We could use some wine, you know. No, I'm not going to... They're not strong.
Yes, I see.
Lord Serenoa.
I don't know if... Is morale what I want to advertise to Huette? But I'm not gonna say this one. Sure, let's advertise morale.
Quite true. Then...
This reasoning might work on Huette because she's worried about Roland. The more allies we have, the safer he would be. I don't know if that's necessarily true. The more allies we have, the more likely that one of them is not actually our ally. I don't know. It doesn't matter if you vote against it at this point.
Truly, I have chosen.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's do it. Let's vote. I don't know. I'm not passionate about this.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we accept House Telliore's proposal, or go our own way? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
At the very least, I do trust House Falks. So if it does end up being...
You make a convincing argument, my lord.
A three-house thing, and even if Telliore betrays us, in theory, Falks would stay with us. So it'd be House Falks and House Wolford versus the Duchy and House Telliore. And in that case, why would Telliore give in to the Duchy?
I wholeheartedly agree.
I have no qualms with that.
I have chosen.
Oh my god, is this a unanimous vote? Stop. The one decision where I'm like, I don't know. That's the one where we're unanimous.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Oh my god. Guys. Y'all putting too much trust in me. We're all collectively putting too much trust in
The way
Telliore.
forward is decided. We join forces with House Telliore and defy the Duchy's wrath.
Okay. I am uncertain.
Huzzah! The tidings of our alliance will no doubt bring relief to the aching hearts of our people. Now then, Prince Roman, you and all of House Wolford simply must come to Telliore. We shall. Thank you.
Roland, do not ever be alone with anyone from Telliore. Always have one of us
worry
with
about
you.
a thing. Leave everything in my capable hands.
I wonder if he wants the bounty on Roland's head. I didn't even think about that. How much are they offering?
I must make haste to Telliore. I shall throw a grand banquet to commemorate the occasion.
Oh my god, don't eat anything from this man. What if he poisons the food? I don't trust him. I should have...
This is hardly the time for celebrations.
Is something on your mind, Benedict?
Benedict? Do not be showing your reservations now. You're the reason I changed my mind.
No, my lord.
Benedict, please. Benedict. You're literally the reason I changed my mind. You can't be waffling on this. Oh god.